You can trust God with your thinking. Let me tell somebody today, you can't trust everybody with what you're thinking. When I was a child, I talked a lot. I still talk a lot now, but I was always told, you ain't got to tell everybody what you're thinking. Not everybody can be trusted, but David says that God can be trusted with your thinking. What does he say? He says, but know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. In verses 3-5, there's a series of commands that must be obeyed, but they can also be trusted. The word know here means to take notice of. It is an imperative verb, which means to whatever you've been thinking about. When trouble starts creeping in, your thinking starts changing. Doubt creeps in. Uncertainty sets in. All of those negative thoughts, the enemy starts creeping in. And so what David is saying is, whatever you've been thinking about, I want you to stop thinking about it and start thinking about God. What does he say? You can think about God. He says you can think about that he has set apart the ungodly. Psalms 50:5 is also seen there. We're also called the God's faithful ones. We're the ones, watch this, brothers and sisters, that God has chosen. God has elected. God has predestined. God has hand-selected. God has called us. Jeremiah, he said in chapter 1, verse 5, he says that I formed you in your mother's womb. I knew you, and before you were born, watch this, I set you apart. I called you for my purpose. And I don't know who I'm talking to today, and you may have some trouble in your life, but you have to remember, you have to change your thinking. God has set you apart. God has hand selected you. So whatever is going on in your life, if God has hand selected you, that means that God you. So whatever is